Have you ever met someone who just pushed your buttons without even trying? Maybe they talked too much, maybe they never listened, or maybe they simply had that special talent for showing up at the wrong moment. Well, believe it or not, even the amazing Carol Burnett, one of the most loved comedians in the world, had someone like that in her life. And after years of keeping quiet, she finally shared the story of the one man she simply could not stand. But here is the twist. The story is nothing like what people expected. Stay with me, because this tale is funny, sweet, a little surprising, and completely Carol. Carol Burnett has made millions of people laugh for decades. From The Carol Burnett Show to her stage work to her voice roles, she is known for kindness, humor, and making everyone feel welcome. So when someone with that big of a heart admits there was a man she could not stand, people naturally want to know who he was and what he did. But Carol did not tell this story with anger. She shared it while smiling, almost laughing at herself, which makes it even better. So, who was this terrible man? Was he an actor, a director, a writer, a producer?
No.
He was not famous at all. Carol said the man she could not stand was a music teacher she had in school. Now, before you imagine anything dark or dramatic, let me explain. She was not bullied, she was not mistreated, and nothing bad happened. But this teacher did something that made young Carol's life extremely frustrating, and amazingly, that moment ended up shaping her entire future. Picture Carol as a shy middle school girl. Most people know her as funny and outgoing, but as a child, she was not sure of herself yet. She loved performing but was afraid to admit it. She had a dream, but she did not feel brave enough to chase it. Her music teacher, however, had a very different plan. He constantly told her to speak up. He told her to sing louder. He told her she needed to use her voice. And Carol hated it. She said the teacher's voice boomed like a foghorn. He would clap his hands loudly and shout things like, "Burnett, I know you have more in you. Let us hear it." To young Carol, this was embarrassing, humiliating even. She thought he was picking on her. She said, "I wanted to disappear under my desk whenever he looked at me." She did not understand why he pushed her so hard. All she knew was that he made her uncomfortable, and in her own words, "I could not stand him at the time." But this is where the story takes a turn. One day, after class, the music teacher called her over. Carol panicked, thinking she was about to get scolded again. Instead, he spoke softly and said something she never forgot. "You have a spark, Carol. Most children do not have that. You are meant for something bigger. But you will not get there unless you learn to be loud enough for the world to hear you." Then he smiled and walked away. That was it. A few simple words. But to Carol, it was like a door swinging open. She later said, "That was the first time someone told me I had talent. I did not know how to handle it. I did not want to believe him, but deep down I did." Fast forward many decades. Carol Burnett is 90 years old, beloved around the world, honored with awards, and still making people laugh simply by being herself. And when she was asked if there was someone she did not get along with, she did not mention a Hollywood rival. She did not bring up anyone who wronged her. She did not recall a rude actor. She brought up that music teacher. And she said something surprising. "I could not stand him, and then he changed my life." She laughed as she told the story, almost teasing her younger self for not understanding what he was trying to do. She admitted that the teacher saw something in her long before she saw it in herself. And while she complained about him at the time, she now sees him as one of the most important people in her early life. Carol's story holds a message that is easy to forget. Sometimes the people who challenge us the most become the ones who help us grow. Sometimes the people we cannot stand are pushing us because they see what we can become. If that teacher had never pushed Carol to speak up, if he had never forced her to sing louder, if he had never believed she had something special, maybe Carol Burnett would never have become the legend we know today. She said it herself. "He annoyed me, but he woke something up inside me." And honestly, that sounds exactly like the beginning of a great comedian story. So the man Carol Burnett could not stand was not a villain, not a rival, not a Hollywood enemy. He was someone who cared enough to push her when she did not believe in herself. And because of that, Millions of people got to experience her humor, her kindness, and her unforgettable performances. It is funny how life works, is it not? If you enjoyed this story and would like more surprising Hollywood moments, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, has someone ever pushed you in a way you did not like, but later you realized it helped you grow? Thank you for watching.